What is up, everybody? So today we're going to be taking a look at Dark and Darker, a game a lot of people have compared to Dungeons and Dragons meets Escape from Tarkov. It's a dungeon looter PvP battle royale. Anyway, a lot of people ask what's the best class, so that's what we're going to be looking at this video. So right now there are 6 classes in the game. You got Wizard, Rogue, Ranger, Fighter, Cleric, and Barbarian. But truly, what is the best class? Let's have a look. Obviously, every class has its own set of pros and cons, but we're not here to talk about every class. Maybe in another video. What we're here to talk about is the best class. That's an objective statement because best is a matter of opinion in most cases. So you've got the rogue that's undeniably good at reaching the top of player kill leaderboards. They're very gear dependent, but they are potent. Then you've got rangers, and obviously they're apex predators as well. They've got range, they've got utility in the form of traps and ways to heal. They come starting with a campfire with their basic gear. Excellent starter class. You've got the wizard mastering the art of splash damage, AoE damage, elemental damage, damage in general. They've got some utility as well. Generally, they've been kind of underrated. They've got a very high skill ceiling and they're being reworked. So only time will tell how they are. In the earlier playtests, they weren't considered top tier, and it was very difficult to get a wizard up there on the player kill leaderboards, but it has been done. You've got clerics. Clerics have extreme value in the party setting when you come in with friends. They've got a lot of high utility. They're a very respectable class, and they're also being reworked with the with either this playtest or the upcoming ones, in the form of their magic and their spells. And they've got that niche drunken monk build for solo gameplay. It's pretty interesting. You've got the big and bulky barbarians doing what barbarians do, coming up and wrecking the place. They can literally bust down doors with two-handed weapons. That's one of their perks for easy entrance. You're not getting away from a barb if he's trying to chase you down and you're trying to get in and out of doors. But like I said, we're here to talk about the best class. Now, objectively, the best class if you're just starting might be Ranger. They're extremely good. Apex predators, high utility, high survivability. They can fight at ranged. They can even fight at melee with the use of a rapier or a spear. They're a great class. But in my opinion, the best class is a fighter. Why is a fighter the best class? I mean, you might think they're middle of the pack. They're basically entirely average, straight up and down the board, stat wise and everything else. But they have the highest versatility. They can use with one of their perks virtually any weapon in the game. They have the highest armor and the most armor types available to them throughout the game, so they can get incredibly high armor. They have the second highest health points right after the barbarian, which has muscles for brains. They arguably don't have quite as much utility as, say, a ranger or even a cleric, especially when you're talking about group fights, but with that versatility comes so much strength in a game like this. They can heal themselves, they've got an ability to run faster, and speed is key in this game. They can chase down rogues with the right weapon combination, and rogues are incredibly fast. Same with rangers. They don't open doors quite as quickly as, say, a rogue or a ranger, but that's okay when you can literally keep up with them and kill them when they attempt to open the door. Fighters are useful in any situation. You can go from swapping to full range longbows, just like a ranger, to in your face pulling out a melee weapon and fight on par with other fighters or even barbarians. Rangers can debatably do this too. They have a perk that allows them to equip spears and do extra damage with spears, which is nice. But being able to equip any kind of armor, chase somebody down, use any kind of weapon you want, that's what makes fighters, in my opinion, just so amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of being a rogue. You can pull off some legendary cheeky maneuvers, some crazy stuff, running around corners, going stealth, letting the first guy pass by, coming out and jabbing the rest of the team in the back of the net for insane amounts of damage with their daggers. That's excellent. Rogues and fighters are incredibly gear dependent, arguably rangers as well, Rogues start off with this little dinky dagger that barely does anything, but when they get a crazy good weapon, they can pull off insane damage. Fighters are basically the same way. Fighters start off with literal tattered cloth rags for armor. They're the class that gets the best armor in the game, but they start off with the worst armor in the game. A cloth shirt. Wizards have better armor. They start off with shoes and a better tunic than the fighter starts off with, so they are incredibly gear dependent. You're starting off at a higher gear disparity than other classes. But after you accumulate a little bit of that really good equipment, being able to swap between like a longbow for PvE or some of those long range kills similar to what a ranger can do, and swap between that and a halberd for up close fights like a barbarian, or even a bardich like a barbarian, I mean, you just can't. Mm, there is no equivalency. That's just why they're the best class. Right there. So there you have it. Fighter, best class. They're the only class that can pull off a maneuver like this. Hit one in the head.
On you.
One dead.
Oh, that guy f***ed up. He was naked and had no idea what he was getting into.
Ouch. Ow! Holy sh**.
Thank God I was holding my heel. Oh my God. Oh, I hit my hand on the wall.
Hit one again in the chest. Charging. Both dead. One hit.
Did you just kill two in one swing?
Yes, I did. I don't proclaim to be the best player in the game or even the best fighter, but I do look forward to showing you guys some of what a fighter can do. I played all the classes up to level 20. The fighter is the last one that I leveled to 20 because I figured it would feel the most basic. However, being able to swap between ranged and melee and be extremely proficient in both is really what made my day and made me decide fighter is going to be my primary class. That's why I consider it the best class. It's just insane some of what a fighter can pull off. If you guys enjoyed the video or found something I said useful, then please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, or don't. That's entirely up to you guys. Nobody owns you. If the video does well, I'll make some similar videos on the other classes throughout the playtests, and I'll continue to update whichever is the best class as we continue going through the alpha playtests toward launch. Until the next one, boys and girls, I'm out.